Oh, hello again. So if you've been following my blogs, you probably know that I'm a fan of wrestling. You know, not a big fan, a casual fan. Watch it here and then. And I haven't really released a vlog on wrestling for a long time because not really a lot has happened. Well, a lot has happened, except nothing good enough to vlog about. Yeah, I know SummerSlam's coming up and blah 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 blah, but I don't really wanna do a lot of vlogs on what the WWE is doing. Besides, I don't really like the WWE as much as I did WWF. So, nah. Anyways, why I'm bringing up wrestling is because um, there's a certain like theory that since wrestlers are already acting, they make pretty good actors, and I would kind of agree with that, but even on the show, their acting is not is not that good. And wrestlers have been put in films. They've been put in so many films. The most notable being like The Rock. Wrestler in particular I have to mention is John Cena, and I know John Cena gets a lot of hate, and I don't understand why. I mean, I don't really hate the guy. The guy's okay. I get people hate him because he's a corporate product, whatever. He's only used to sell products, whatever. I don't really care, as long as he puts on good matches, and his matches are okay. It's usually one-sided. Where if you ever watch a John Cena match, it's always 90%, maybe 99% of the time, or whatever. Most of the time, he's set to win, and it does get kind of annoying when he wins every single match against anyone. But, why I bring up John Cena? There's one movie, I think only one movie he's made so far, and, well, the other one he wasn't in a leading role, but there's only one movie that he's been in a leading role in, and that was, The Marine. Now, if The Marine was I wouldn't go far as to call it horrible, but it is definitely bad. I mean, they're trying to bill him as like the next action star, but it didn't really work. It was really stupid, and it was just like, it's one of those bad movies where where it's so bad, but bland that you can't really talk about it. But then I went to the Wikipedia page, and I found something particular that like caught my eye. They made a sequel. I didn't know they made a sequel until like a few days ago. Apparently, they the movie was good enough that they made a sequel, and it's called The Marine 2. And I'm thinking to myself, what? The Marine 2? Like, no one really liked the first Marine, so what gave them the idea to make the Marine 2? But when I look closer, it's direct to DVD, so I guess that works. So when I heard it was direct to DVD, like, I began thinking to myself, who could they possibly have to replace John Cena? Because let's face it, John Cena looks exactly what you would expect a guy called the Marine would look like. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, what other wrestler could play an American Marine who has the look like that? And I heard originally Randy Orton was going to do it, but Randy Orton to me looks more like a mercenary. Like, he would be a bad guy type or anti-hero type mercenary. Not like what John Cena is. And then I looked at who they got to replace him, and they got Ted DiBiase Jr. I don't really follow Ted DiBiase, but it's sort of weird watching this guy who plays a heel on the show. Like, okay, if you don't know, heel is a bad guy, the bad guy of a match, and it's a little strange watching him play a good guy. It's always strange to watch heels turn face, but forget it. So the Marine 2, I found it and I watched it, and believe it or not, I think it's better than the first one. Even though it's direct to DVD and some effects look like it's direct to DVD, it was entertaining, I guess. I don't really believe, I can't believe I'm saying that, but the Marine 2 was okay. Okay, the premise of the Marine 2 is that Ted DiBiase is, of course, a U.S. Marine, and he's on vacation, and he's a little depressed by um, this civilian kid dying. Because like the first scene of the movie is he and his buddy are on like a sniper mission, and when they do this stuff, the cover is blown, and they're fighting and fighting, and then like this one little kid, like he gets in the middle of the fight, and then he dies, and he's like, Ted DiBiase's depressed, like, oh my god, I couldn't save this kid. Anyways, so he takes a leave. He goes on vacation with his girlfriend, who I don't really remember what, but she was like, she became like the right hand woman of this manager on this beach resort in somewhere in Southeast Asia or something like that. I don't really remember, but so they go to this resort, and the resort is overwhelmed by freedom fighters, and yeah, this is, and pretty much the entire movie is just Ted DiBiase trying to free the resort from these freedom fighters and trying to rescue his wife. It's as typical as it gets, but it's a fun movie to watch. It's actually kind of fun to watch. Yeah, it's really dumb, but then again, a lot of action movies are dumb, and it does what it does. It does what it set out to do well. Actually, it's kind of strange. Now, okay, if you want me to nitpick, it's kind of strange that, like, the bad guys in this movie, they're Southeast Asian, and the movie takes place in Southeast Asia. It doesn't tell which country it is. Pretty sure it's the Philippines, but not exactly sure. But every Asian person here speaks English. Some with a perfect English accent, and some, you know, with obvious like Southeast Asian accent. But that's not me being like closed-minded to that. I mean, like, I don't think, I think there was only one time where they spoke in not English. Like, I don't know what country this is. And it's kind of strange because, like, even when the bad guy is talking to his henchmen, he's still talking English, which is weird. You'd think he'd be talking in his native language. And the bad guy talks in perfect English, so it's kind of strange. Like, he's trying to get rid of Western influence on his country, but at the same time, he talks in a perfect Western accent. It's weird. And since this is like a really pro-American movie, it's kind of weird seeing the bad guys not hold any AK-47s. Like, I don't think I saw a single AK-47 in that movie. And why I say that? Because the AK-47 is the stereotypical bad guy to the U.S. Machine gun, or whatever class machine gun AK-47 belongs to. I forgot. So, and other things to comment on. It's not really that complex. It's pretty much what I just said. He's just trying to free a resort, and I don't really have that much else to say. I mean, like, it's not really that bad. It's not really that good, but it's entertaining, I guess. It's better than the Marine 1. That's all I can say. Ted DiBiase, he's okay. His acting is a little dry, but okay. He passes. And everyone else really just is okay. Like, and I also was surprised to see that they kind of broke free from the usual standards of these kind of movies. Like, not everyone who is Southeast Asian is not all of them are the bad guys. They actually do show that there are good guys on who are Southeast Asian, which is kind of cool, because usually in these films they would probably portray like a whole race one-sided. Like, they would have them all be bad guys. Which is kind of annoying, but like, yeah. What else? It's not really much else to say except I wouldn't say check it out, but if you ever do find it, it won't be as bad as you think it will be. It really won't. Trust me. You watched the first Marine. The first Marine was awful compared to this movie. Like this movie is above the Marine by like a little. Yeah. And that's all I got to say. Okay. See you.